on Tuesdays.
And we, not only do we work here, but we also live here too. We live with each other. So it's like I have a second family here at the fire station. I've got 80 other brothers and sisters. So this is just a part of the city that we cover. This is our first due area that we go to and respond when somebody calls 911 if they're hurt, sick, or if there's a fire.
What do you think? That's a lot of houses, isn't it?
Yep. We have 5 fire stations in the city, 1 in the center, and basically one in the entire city right there. And I know it looks kind of confusing, all the different colors, but the primary colors on there, like the light blue, beige, pink, baby blue, and gray, is the response areas for the different stations. And then we got these new system up here, this big TV. This is our computer-aided dispatch, so if we get a call, it comes up right on there and it tells us where it's at. Almost like 90% accuracy of where it's actually really
Remember?
is.
What happens
when there's a fire in the station?
Well, this station has not had a fire, but we've had at a fire station that's had been on fire before. And they came back from a run, they found it was all full of smoke, and they had to pull a fire hose into the station and put the kitchen out.
just like they do anywhere else, huh?
They were making bacon, and they left the pan on, and they caught the grease on fire. And what do we do when we keep safe from fires? The first thing you want to do is you don't want to play with matches or lighters. If you see matches or lighters,
You listening?
tell your grown-up, or a parent, or a teacher. You might have found them. You found them in the house, or at school, or wherever. So you let a grown-up know that you found those things so nobody can get hurt. Another thing you want to do is make sure that your parents don't plug a bunch of different things into one outlet. There's a lot of parents out there who don't know this. That's why it's your job as a kid to remind them. Say, hey, mom, dad, or grown-up that I live with, why do we have all these things plugged into one outlet? Shouldn't we put something else there to make it safe, like a power strip? That's something that you need to tell people that you live with. Like, I don't think that's very safe. It doesn't look safe. You need to fix
Like I
it.
saw this in one of my shows, they touch the door handle. If it's hot, don't open the door until a grown up.
Tell a grown-up. So, okay, so how do we make sure that we, what's the best way to be prepared, right? Maybe ask Captain Tim, how do we be prepared?
How do we be prepared when there's a fire maybe in our house?
What we got to do to be prepared if there's a fire? The first thing we need to do is we need to have a fire escape plan. We need to practice like we do with the fire drills at school. We need to practice that at home also. So you know how to get out of your bedroom or any room in the house. It's not just one way, but 2 ways.
You're listening and looking at them?
Practice those at least yearly or more often with your parents. So like if you hear your smoke alarms going off or you see smoke, you know what to do. You don't just, it's nothing. But you practice it. You hear that alarm go off, and then you start doing what you're supposed to do, like get out of the house until a grown-up says, hey, oh no, it was just me, I burnt the toast, or I burnt the fire again, or what have you. We want to make sure that we have one meeting place where everybody in the house will go to in case there is a fire. So when I show up, or any one of my brother or sister firefighters show up, that they can go to where your meeting place is, and someone can say, yeah, everybody is out of the house, or so-and-so is not out, we don't know where they are, this is their bedroom, so we go right over to where they could be, fire in your house, and you're going to be doing your fire escape plan to get out. Do you want to take the time to get your favorite book or your favorite toy before you get out of the house?
No.
Because things can be replaced. We can always buy a new toy or a new book or a new pair of shoes or what have you, because we can't buy a new person. We can't buy a new you.
Right?
Most important thing is you have to get out. Don't grab anything else if you want to get out of the house. Don't look for something that you think, oh, this is very important. It's really not. Because we can replace things. We can't replace people.
Does that make sense?
Then it's my job to go in there. We put that fire out. We save more things when the fire out.
And then guess what Mama's job is? Once the fire's all done, I help people find a place to stay, and then we help replace those things. See?
You have any. I don't want anybody to try to stay in the house to get the animal out. You get out first, and you let me know, or any one of us who is a firefighter, that I have a dog, cat, bird, fish, whatever. If it sleeps, eats, poops, we will go in and get them out. 'Cause that's
Or myself is on fire.
Oh, yeah, what do we do if our clothes catch on fire or if you catch on fire? Well, it's the same thing that everyone's been teaching for 100 years. Is you stop what you're doing, you drop to the ground, you cover up your face, and you roll around until that fire is out. And if there's someone like a grown-up around that can help you, they can help you roll around and smother that fire out. You never want to start running around, because as you start running around, it gives that fire more air, and it gets bigger, and that's not what we want it to. We want it to get smaller. By rolling around on the ground, we'll like kind of like pat it out, so it goes right out.
Does that make sense?
Why did I become a firefighter? That's a pretty good question. First, there's a couple of main reasons why I became a firefighter. My father was a firefighter back in the Air Force during Vietnam. And so he fought fires for the Air Force, putting out aircraft fires and building fires. And he would tell stories about that, and I thought that was a pretty cool thing. And then fast forward a few years, I had an uncle who was a firefighter right here in this fire department. And I would hear his stories about all the neat things that he did, all the people he helped and stuff like that. And I thought, oh, that was a really cool job. So then I went to school to become an engineer.
That's what Donna does.
Then it wasn't until he talked to me one day. He goes, hey, come to the fire station. We checked it out, and there was the fire academy going on. And I'm like, oh, this is neat. I can do this. Then he told me about the work schedule. I get to work 10 days a month, 24-hour shifts, and that was it. I'm like, I'm hooked. I know what I'm doing the rest of my life.
Wow. So you get to spend a lot of time with family.
I do, yep. So I get to be, I'm a full-time firefighter as well as a full-time stay-at-home dad.
Oh, how cool is that? That's kind of like what Mama's doing, right? We're going to be trying to stay at home and sell insurance. Ooh.
All right, you ready? All right, what's the number that you need to know in case there's a fire or an emergency, somebody's hurt or sick? Do you know what that number is? What is it?
911.
That's right. You call 911 in case of any emergency, whether you need someone to help you if you're hurt or sick, if there's a fire, or if you need a police officer there. You call that number and you let them know who you are, where you're at, so hopefully everybody knows their address, and you tell them and you stay on the phone until they say it's okay to hang up, so they know to get the person who needs to get there to help you. Do you know your address? All right.
Do you? Okay, good.
Call. That's what the little...
Oh, they got a call. That means somebody needs help from the fire department.
Let's see. I think we're both going to go. Yep, so we're both going to go. So if you want to film, the truck's going out. You can kind of stand over there by your car.
You want to do that? They're going to leave. They're going to both go. They got a fire.
Too happy.
Did you just interview Captain Tim?
Yes.
How'd you feel? A little nervous? Yeah. You gotta stop being nervous and just talk to people like they're your friend. So that they can cross with no issues. There they go, and there's Miss Sarah, the girl. Girls do it too. Whoa! Say thank you, Fire Captain Tim. Can you wave to him? There they go. Off to save someone. What do you think?